Gentlemen, 11th May this year, oops, in another 2 days until, as Rick Panchang says, 21st of June. 11th May to 21st of June this year, Mars will be in its Mool Trikon sign, its own lauded sign of Aries. Very, very, very powerful Mesh Rashi. And we have already discussed for Jupiter's transit into the sign of Cancer for all 12 ascendants. If you have not watched that video, please watch it. You will find it in my YouTube channel. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him. Well, every year Mars transits into the sign of Aries. And yes, you say something good will happen, something new will happen. But what happens exactly? How to exactly know what's happening? Well, first of all, check your horoscope, your Janam Kundli, not the transit chart. Check your own horoscope. Every transit will impact your life as per your own damn horoscope. Oh my god, that is why for everybody the transits are the same, right? But everybody experiences different things. Why? Because the transits are speaking in the line of your own horoscope and your dashas. Very important. That's it. So, does it mean you don't need transits? Well, even if you don't know transits, it won't make any difference in your life. But now, please check your chart first. Depending on your ascendant, your first house, your rising sign, you may call it anything that you like, but your first house, your ascendant, your Lagna chart, the sign wherever Aries and Scorpio falls, the two houses, wherever these two signs are falling, they are lorded by Mars. So Aries, as you know, is number one, Scorpio is number eight. So wherever one and eight are falling, they are lorded by Mars. Now, once you have seen these houses, you can't go black and white. You can't say, oh, it's just, this house, that house. No. Once you know that particular house, you have to check all other houses which are somehow related to these two houses. Let me give you an example. So, for example, you are a Aries ascendant itself. Let's say you are Aries Lagna itself. So that means for you, Aries is in your first house. That means Mars is lording your first house. And then Mars also is lording your eighth house. Now, what is the first house? The first house is the house of your personality, of your body, your appearance, can also be diseases if badly placed. And what is the eighth house? Eighth house again is diseases, chronic diseases, things which don't end, some humiliation, temporary or could be permanent, scandals, yeah, loss of money, not so much money, but yeah, more of mental peace, emotional trauma, all this, right? So now, what are other houses that can be related to the first house? Why I'm saying this? Because if you don't do this, you will not know how to study transits. So, for example, the first house is the first house. Then, which houses are related? Well, you can say every house is related to the first house because the first house is like the main house of all the other 12, other 11 houses. But in this context, you can say the first house is related to the trines. Why trines? Because the trines also deal with intelligence. First house is your intellect also. Then we also have the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of your father, your guru, what you have inside from the up, okay, spiritual growth. And of course, the Lagna is also associated with the house of 10th, name and fame, which is the 10th house. Both the Lagna and the 5th and the 10th, they are similar houses of name and fame. These four houses, the first house, 5th house, 10th house, 11th, among them, the first, 10th, and the 11th are primarily the houses of name and fame, 5th and ninth to some extent. So that means whenever now, if you are Aries Lagna, you are talking of the first house, you will have to also see the 5th house, the ninth house, the 10th house, and the 11th house. All right. And similarly for the eighth house, well, eighth house is associated with whom? Again, with every other house because it's defamation. So it's problems. So it can associate with any other house. But primarily, every Dusthana house is associated with the other Dusthana houses. So, for example, the sixth house is associated with the eighth and the 12th. So, eighth house in this case can be associated with the sixth or the 12th. So, therefore, That is how you know. So now, suppose in your horoscope, you are Aries Lagna and you have seen the dashas. So in your case, if you are running dashas of planets which are indicating name and fame, then now this transit of Mars in Aries will make you very famous. Or suppose you are running dashas of planets which are indicating you will have diseases, then you may have diseases. Okay, so that is how you actually know. Well, you may again argue that, well, yeah, we know dashas are indicating, so yeah, so that's all, we don't need to learn. No, it's not like this. So now you know the dashas. So then when Mars enters Aries, that is the time when you will start getting the diseases. Okay. If you are Aries Lagna and if your chart indicates diseases, you can be any Lagna, you can be Taurus, Gemini, or any Lagna. Okay. But if your chart indicates a particular thing related to either Aries or Scorpio, then you will get similar results. But now, what is happening is Mars is entering its own sign, its own house, and within own house, this is Mool Trikon, which means it's more impactful. Rather than saying more powerful, I would say more impactful. This means you have a higher possibility to make changes in your life, long term changes. This is what it means. Long term changes means habits. Yes, habits, right? Not thinking. Mars is not the planet of thinking. Mars does not like to think too much. That is why he does bad in the signs of Mercury and to some extent Venus also. So Mars is a planet which tells you that's enough. Enough is enough. You need to take action now. And if you don't take action, you will suffer. So please look at your chart, look at your dashas, and see the complementary houses for the lordships of Mars. And once you know the houses, you try to see how they are associated with the dashas. And now within the dashas, there can be more complications because life is not simple. So, what you are facing today, or what you faced yesterday, or what you will face tomorrow, every single moment it is dependent on your dasha. So Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar. Pratyantar, I would leave it for now because it becomes very complicated to study Pratyantar and talk about it for now, at least in this video. But let us take Mahadasha and Antardasha, these two things. So suppose now your Mahadasha Lord is indicating that you are Aries Lagna and you are having promotion or something like that. And your Antardasha is also indicating that you are getting money. So then two things can happen now because Mars has entered. Because as I told you, if you are Aries Lagna, then the first house is related, to the 10th house, to the 11th house, can be related to diseases. But in your case, the dashas, let's assume, are indicating name, fame, power, position, authority. So that means from 11th, which is in another 2 days, till 21st of June, 11th May to 21st of June, if you want to apply for a new job, you can do it. If you want to apply for promotion, you want to have a talk with your manager, you can do it. If you want to start your own business, you can do it. If you want to start anything of your own, like, for example, you don't want to leave your job, you have this job and you have it, that's great. You want to start a side business, so having your job and a side business on the sides, then this is a perfect situation. But now suppose your dashas are indicating that there are diseases, then that means in another 2 days, 11th May to 21st of June, you should be extra careful with things like eating outside. Very dangerous. Okay, depending on the complexity of the problems in the dashas. So if you have it, then you have to stop eating outside, you have to eat home cooked food. Be careful with eating food which has been cooked by others. Even if some servants are cooking it within your home, okay, or helpers or your family members, anybody. So therefore take care of your health. So similarly, if you are of any particular ascendant, but these complementary houses are coming, then you need to be careful, or you need to go all in and you need to take more risks. So in the case of Mars, if you have good things in your dashas, then it means you need to take risk, you have to take hyper risks. If you don't take risks, it will not yield much change in your life, it will all be the same. So if you actually want to feel a change, many times people tell me this transit came, that transit came, ooh, but nothing changed, right? Why it happens? Because you did not do what the planet wanted. which means if the planet wanted you to take risk, which is Mars. So there are two planets primarily, Sun and Mars. They always want you to take risks. During the transit of Sun and Mars, or either Sun or Mars, both of them, either ways, if you don't take risks, there will be no growth in that area of life. But now, if you have bad dashas, then this is equally a period to not take risks, because then this becomes very negative. So inherently, you cannot learn transits by just seeing 12 ascendant videos. It's not possible. You have to go to your chart. You have to look at your dashas, and then you can actually know what is exactly going on. So similarly, Mars is related to your trines, which means your your ninth lord or your fifth lord is Mars, right? So then you have to understand that I need to take risks in my spiritual life. So maybe going to some risky place. Risky place means where there's a lot of physical hard work that is involved. I don't know. It's there, right? What is that? Yeah, Badrinath or some other place, right? So very high, very difficult terrains. Take some risk, go there, take some risks. So do a lot of fasting. Yeah, do a lot of yagyas, do a lot of homas where fire is involved, right? Home, yagya, all this. So if you do this, you are taking risks. Like, for example, doing something which you have never done in that area of life. If you do it, then yes, that is certainly a period where you will have gains. Otherwise, it will be just another video of Mars in Aries for every year and it just ends. There's no difference, right? So don't make this transit just another transit. This is not just another transit for 2026. This is a very important transit, but it's a short transit nonetheless. But it does not mean that just because it's a short transit, it is of less importance. So when Mars is transiting Aries, during this period, you can utilize this period to take risks and go to the next level. Try out things which are totally revolutionary, which are totally new for you. And the more you do it, the more you will realize that yeah, this is it. This is the most amazing period for Mars. And if you do it, then yes, you will experience a tangible change in your life. And the more you experience tangible changes in your life, the more the probability that your overall life will improve. And the more your life improves, the more you will change. The more you change, the more it will improve. The more you improve, the more it will change. So that's like a cycle. So during this period, during this transit, unless you have a terrible dasha, it's like, not a bad one, very bad, unless you have like a very, very, very bad dasha, unless your dasha is like worst, you should take risks. Okay, 70 to 80% of the people will fall into that category. Yeah, but 20-30% of the people will also be there whose dashas are very bad, and for them taking risk is not recommended. Okay, so if you want to know that you should take risks or not, and how much risk should you take, and till when should you take the risk, next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, then you have to look into your chart, and you have to see when good dashas are coming and when bad dashas are coming. All right. If you would like to have a personalized horoscope consultation from me regarding this transit, you can always go to my website down in the description section. We have a new website, the old domain www.exoticastrology.in, where you will find a lot of different consulting options along with the recommendations and testimonials and predictions, most importantly, which I've made in the last 2 years at least. All right. Thank you so much. God is there with you. Just look to Him and you'll find Him. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and please hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to Exotic Astrology, and let me know down in the comments what is your ascendant, how are you planning to utilize this transit in the next, starting in the next 48 hours, 11th of May. Take care. Jai Siya Ram.